If you're lurking and didn't say hi in chat, you know what? That's cool too. Welcome in. I hope you too are also having a good day. You as well are having a good day. I hope you too, the band, is having a good day. And I hope you as a viewer too are also having a good day. I should just stop talking, right? Yeah, good idea. Calvin had a field trip today, and he had a bag lunch. And I came downstairs this morning, and he had packed his lunch already. He like cut up some apples for himself. He made himself a sandwich. He put some cookies in a bag. I was standing here earlier, like doing. Oh, baby girl just rolled off the counter. She just fell right off the counter. Oh my God. Do you not want to be perceived now? Is your pride hurt? No, she wants to get down. When the moon hits the sky like a big pizza pie. That's amore. When the jaws open wide and there's more jaws inside, that's amore. Eel. Cool. Okay. Let's take a little break. Check these out. So, in the future, you're going to watch this clip. Whenever I say the word hot wiener on stream, it's just going to be this. I don't know if y'all caught that little interaction there. That was great. How do you pronounce that? Guanciale. Yes, we're in the right spot. Fig Newtons are one of those things that when you're a kid, you're like, they're healthy, right? I don't like them. And then you find out like they're not healthy and they're still Fig Newtons, which is disappointing. Am I missing something? Is that an innuendo? Maybe. Hey, look who it is. There's like all the scenes in Star Wars where Stuck the Landing, where you see like the Jedi and
oh yeah, Turkey Hill. Now here's how you know we're in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, because they have every kind of turkey hill that you can get. Look at all these, wild, so much. Turkey Hill and Swiss Farms. That's the other one out here, Swiss Farms.
Make the dough, then we'll put the dough in the fridge because it says like if your dough is too soft. Well, like my dough is always too soft. It's a me problem really. And anyway, my cookie dough is almost always too soft, and sorry. Oh shit. It's a confession stream for sure. Like the gelatinous mucus of the okra. So the rolls It's warm. It's warm out. Good morning. Just making sure things are working here. I'm gonna take a little, maybe take a little walk before we get started. So far, good morning. Hope you enjoy your camp trip. Not in Getty, welcome in. Rainy Nan, good morning. Shana, good morning. Hello. Welcome in, y'all. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if the levels sound good. If you are indeed hearing anything. Watch your eyes. We're on Rising Sun Avenue in Philadelphia. So we're gonna take a little walk here first before we get started. I'm gonna see if we can take like 20, 30 minutes before actually getting a move on. Can see and can hear. Amazing. Excellent feedback. Thank you. Hopefully no feedback. Not that type of feedback, just the good type of feedback. That's what we're looking for. The good feedback, of course. Let's put this microphone over here where it can be out of the way. So we're gonna get a few minutes in here along the Tacony Creek before we walk into the actual facility itself, which is just behind me. I'm walking away from it at this point, but I just wanted to get started, make sure that I don't have any like big tech issues before we start actually chatting with folks. I felt like I did have some tech issues, but hopefully those have been settled now. We'll see. We'll see. I don't wanna
wait for traffic to stop, then cross with caution.
Oh.
Wait
that
for
was
traffic to stop, then cross with caution.
That was a lot
Wait
of words.
for traffic to stop, then cross with caution.
Okay, we will.
For traffic to stop, then cross with caution.
Yeah, nobody gives much of a shit about the traffic lights here. At least not in that direction.
Traffic to stop, then cross with caution.
Let's see. We have on the right, your left. These are Amoroso rolls.
Wow. What the hell was that? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, when you walk into the woods, like right here, it does that. Let's see. Maybe I switch to a different tower. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm just making sure I'm getting the tech issues hopefully sorted out. There's always tech issues. Ooh, the temperature also dropped like quite a bit down in this woodsy area. Let's see. There we go. Okay. We're in North Philly and along a creek out here, so there's not a lot of, I don't expect there to be a lot of reception out here. We're along the Tacony Creek, I believe. People of the park. Tacony Creek Park. It's an interesting sign. Let's see, is my camera charging? It is. Is the encoder charging? Also making a loud whirring. Hot. It's warm out here. I hope the thing holds up. We'll see. I know that these like encoders are not necessarily meant to go above a certain temperature. Robbie, welcome in. Good morning. Congrats on another excellent food fight last night. It was a fun one. I caught a little bit of it. Caught a little bit more of the VOD. Is this wet or just old? Like greasy old. Let's sit here for a few minutes. It's nice, and I want to kind of. It's weird and silly, but like I feel like sometimes letting the live stream or like the IRL stream settle in. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense. Letting it like get started and I don't know, have like 10 or 15 minutes of like working is always nice. So let me see. What is the this camera has a smudge on it. I can literally see it on the thing. We're gonna clean you all up. Sorry. This is a bit of a maintenance task. A bit of a maintenance task. Okay. Wait, no, I don't want to ban IRL Toolkit. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. There we go. Oh, now we're actually touching like the camera lens. There. Oh, look at how clean. Amazing. The camera actually sits in this 3D printed case that has this nice little glass thing over it, which you wouldn't know because it's glass and you can see through it. But I notice. It's an easy morning this morning. Took Calvin to camp. Took Gwen to work. That means I have the car today. I'm curious where the location thing in the on the stream says we are. There should be a location thing up here somewhere. It says the time and the temperature. I don't know if it says distance traveled today. I should probably turn that off if that's on.
distance overlay. We don't need the distance overlay today. That's silly. We're not going to go anywhere. We are somewhere. Oh, good. The actual the bot is working. Good to know. Good to know. It's nice out here. It's pleasant out here in the world, in nature, in the morning. Let's see. What else do I need to have? Did I turn the ads off? Yeah, ads are off today. So we have ads when you join the stream only. Beautiful. All right. Anything else I need to turn on, off, whatever? So of having to call customer service, you don't want to be on the phone with customer service. You know what the worst part? I feel like it's I feel like calling customer service sometimes now is basically like you're talking to like an AI. It's annoying. Like I've had that a couple times. And like it takes a second and then you're like, oh, this is like a robot that I'm talking to. Good luck. Good luck. Hopefully they just do the thing and make it easier for you. Have you seen the YouTube videos of the robot? Like someone will be using a chatbot on their phone and they'll be talking to a chat agent, which is also like a chatbot, and they like talk to each other. It's so fucking dystopian. Baker, welcome. Good morning. Good to see you. Baker, I don't know if I got your 40th check-in. I see that you've checked in 41 times, and I'm looking, and I don't know that I actually got that one. I do, however, have my notebook, or my notes with me. A pen and some paper, as per usual. I see 41 check-ins. This is probably the only one that I'm going to notice today. We have some commands we can use today. I probably should have put these in the moderator chat or literally anywhere. I should have done something with them. I should have put them on the screen somewhere instead of the little thing down here that says YouTube. I didn't. I've been noticed. Yes. Why? In this moment, I'm just kind of like quietly chilling. There's no external distraction, conversation, etc. I usually have note cards with me. These are our hashtags for today. Hashtags? What are we? Millennials? Commands. Baker, we did have fun yesterday. It was a good evening. The mac and cheese was good. The cantaloupe ice cream turned out really well. I was very pleased with it. Genuinely pleased with it. It was very good after it was solidified. I still think there's the balance, there's like it had a sherbety sort of element to it, because there was liquid in it. and I think that there's something there. There's a balance. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that it has the cantaloupe in it. I'm curious what it would be like if it was just the cream, because I know that if you add like water, like a watery sort of element to the thing, it does get that like crystalline structure inside of it. So I don't know. It was really good regardless. I'm really like nitpicking it at this moment. It was excellent. They did, so Fluff, the Cheeto topping was a surprise. It was funny because Gwen was like in chat, and when I saw her in chat, I didn't talk about the topping because I wanted it to be a surprise. And then like a little after 1600, when I knew that she was on the way to pick up Calvin at camp, I like started talking about it again. And I brought it out, and they were like, this is really orange. What the hell is this? Fellas, good morning. Good to see you. Enjoy your lurk. The Cheeto topping was fascinating. I do think that overall it added a bit of like, it was salty. Like I mean, Cheetos are a very aggressive flavor to begin with, whereas like breadcrumb topping is not. Like, there's a reason it's called white bread, because it's kind of boring. So I feel like I could have accommodated for the salt a little bit more, but I'm also glad that I didn't add salt to it. I did salt the water for the pasta. I think next time I make it, if I know that I'm going to use the Cheeto topping ahead of time, I would probably not salt the pasta water as much, and I would not really change much else. But it was very good. I think it was appreciated. They seemed to like it. So that was a net positive. Yeah. Net positive. Well, it is nice just sitting here out of the sun. I think the bit rate seems to be holding up. We are, I think technically, I've done everything I can to get this to be all the right settings. And the bot is working currently, so positive. When we walk back up this little trail here behind you, when we walk back up this little trail, the stream's going to die for a moment because it's like a little dead zone. But we'll do that in a few minutes here. I'm just, like I said, sort of giving it a few moments, giving the stream a few moments to breathe, settle in. I feel like this is just me being whatever, paranoid, or I don't know. Maybe this is true, but I feel like when you are streaming, the first like couple minutes of stream, especially IRL, feel a little like unsteady somehow. And then they sort of like settle in. So I don't know. That's just anecdotal. I don't know that that's actually true. Baker, that ice cream maker, I don't know what the like cost of an ice cream maker is. I don't, that one I think is a 4-quart ice cream maker. For context, it works pretty well. I was happy. Like I've said many times, I would not have purchased it myself, but I am happy to use it. If I was purchasing an ice cream maker myself, I'd probably do like a little more research around what that entails. But I think overall it was it's been good for what I'm using it for, which is making ice cream like every 3 months. But so fluff, yeah, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's true or not. Like, I feel as if because it's like running through a couple different relays than normal, right? Like, normally it's just my laptop and then direct to Twitch. Like, this is running from obviously this camera through an encoder, through multiple modems, through IRL Toolkit, which is the OBS relay, and then to Twitch. So it, like, I don't know, just anecdotally, I feel like it takes like 10 or 15 minutes to sort of just be like, okay, this is live, this is actually going to stay live, and you're good to go. And also just functionally, I wanted to like go live somewhere where I wasn't around like the people that we're talking to today. Because that's always awkward when, I don't know, I feel like it's hard to start stream and then start right away. Like, I am still not I feel like it takes like a couple minutes for me to warm up too, like not just the technology and the equipment, but literally like my like vocal cords, etc. Fellas, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you have an easy day. I hope the day is not taxing and that you can take some rest. It always sucks to have a day where you're not feeling great and you have like shit to do that you like forced yourself to do. I hope that's not the case for you. It'll pass more right. Well, that's good. I hope it does, and I hope it's manageable. Okay. Oof, Sofov, good luck. Good luck. What are we doing today? We're going to, while Sofluff goes and tries to figure out extra charges on her cell phone plan, which, like, ugh, the worst. Having to interface with people about your cell phone bill is not the worst, but it could be better. It is, Velas, I feel you. It is soupy today. Like, this feels thick. This feels extremely like I could reach into the air and like wipe my hand off. It's gross. It's supposed to hit 90 today here, Fahrenheit. 90 Celsius would be bad. Really bad. Yeah, it's supposed to be 90 something here today. And it's super humid. I'm sitting here. You'll note that I like haven't physically moved, right? In probably 15, 20 minutes now. And I'm sweating. I'm just sweating. I can't not be sweating in this moment. I brought a wipe because I'm a sweaty person. And I know that it's going to be hot where we're going. Because it's outside and I don't have air conditioning outside. You can see the shine. Yeah, and that's not sunscreen. That's literally just sweat. I have no idea what the humidity level is today, but it's hot. We have a dog coming up. It's cute. It's wearing what looks to be a small dress or a small tutu, or some kind of like outfit. Good. Morning. Hi, friend. Very cute. Yeah, I'm glowing. That's what we're calling it. We can call it glowing. Well, let's see. I'm gonna take another minute here, and then we should make our way over to Bennett. We're along the Tacony Creek right now. This is like a little Tacony Creek trail. It's this sort of like little green path, like little green buffer zone along the creek in the middle of North Philly. It's surrounded here. We're in not an industrial area, but it's very kind of open. On the way in, I noted that there was a couple, there's a recycling, like a glass recycling station. There's like a scrap metal station on the way, like right around here. Obviously the composting facility is here, but there's there's like a scrap tire facility. So it's an interesting area. There's not a lot of reason to be out here, but we're still in Philadelphia. Philly is a huge city, and a lot of it is not, very much of it is not center city. So a lot of a lot of the city itself is actually like the northeast section, which is where we are. We're off Rising Sun Avenue. I don't know if the location thing up in this corner says it, but it might. Pretty nice trail. Seems to be a few people out. It goes, I don't actually know how long this trail is, but I know where I walked onto it is basically like the very middle of the trail. So if you go in that direction towards the camera, or where y'all can see, that is south, I believe, and the main like access point, the big like start of the trail is down that way. I have never been on this trail before. I don't think it's ever caught my attention, but I know that the folks who work, the Bennett folks, one of their like community initiatives is cleaning up the Tacony Creek, which is like running basically to the left down here. They have a little, I don't know how often they do it. We can ask. That'll be a thing we can ask. But I figured it'd be nice to just sit here for a little bit and get warmed up. Okay. I need to check a few things in the backpack for a moment here. I want to check my text messages and my email in case the folks from the compost facility reached out this morning for any reason. They might have. Baker, yeah, I thought this was fun. I reached out to Jen, who is one of the founders of Bennett. Or rather, I reached out to like their kind of general purpose info line, and she was kind enough to basically invite us in and invite us down to do the whole thing. They basically, she basically said she was like, if you can come in on a Wednesday, that would be the best, because we build our piles on a Wednesday. Basically, they make new compost piles every Wednesday, and so that was her sort of offer was, if you come in on Wednesday, we can do this whole thing. So here we are. Okay, let's see. I posted, where did I post about this? I posted about this on Instagram. I posted about this on Blue Sky, and no one has texted me. Did anybody email me? Did anybody email me? Okay. Okay, Jen just emailed me at 9:30, and she said, looking forward to seeing you in a bit. Great. A bit of a curveball. Oh no, one of our employees found an abandoned dog tied to a pole in the trail on his way in. This trail. Great. I think he's going to be able to take her home and foster or adopt her, but this is something we've dealt with before with cats. If we're looking for a link to post for people to donate, this one seems relevant. familiarhearts.org/donate. Okay. Jen says, I adopted a dumped pit last year, and this animal rescue was extremely helpful, and we're going to have them help again for this current dog. Oh no, poor little one. familiarhearts.org/donate. We can definitely make sure that gets, let's see. .org. I'm just putting this link in chat so that I remember it later, because I have the power to post links. Fudge Darling, welcome in. Baker, if you would like to find compost in your area, if you're in the continental US, you can type command find compost into chat and find a link that will get you to a place you can find compost. That's command find compost. We also have some other commands this morning. Command Bennett, that's 2 N's, 2 T's. Bennett sign up. Bennett social. They have a Facebook page and an Instagram. Command compost 101. Command find compost. And command home compost. All one word. All of those have to be one word. If you put all of them as one word, all of those words that I just said, as a single long line of text, nothing will happen because that's too many commands at once. But if you do command find compost, it will take you to a not Bennett Compost website, just a generalized website that will help you do just that. Okay, we're going to, let me get myself back together here. Okay, we're at a good spot here. So it is just about 11:05 a.m. and we're gonna make our way back over to the facility. We're gonna meet up with Jen. Hopefully we're gonna see some composting. Not hopefully, that is what they do there. If composting is not happening there, I'm gonna be like, what are we doing? What's happening? But yeah, Baker, I agree with you. It is very much sort of an in line with the type of content that I, the compost situation is like in line with sort of where I'm at. Sort of food, but also IRL. I think that it is a very nice little, sort of IRL thing to be able to do. All right, but let's head back over there. So just a little housekeeping note. Our signal is probably going to drop in the next minute or two as we make our way that direction. But that's fine, just so you know. That's what is to be expected. So we'll probably have a bit of a lost connection. Maybe we'll go offline, but we'll be back because we're walking through a dead zone. So just like FYI. Okay. Morning.
that person had a hat on that said, "Don't bother me for nothing." And I don't know if it would be appropriate to ask them where they got their hat, because I feel like that might be bothersome. But most people like being complimented on things that they have control over. I like your choice of clothing today, etc. All right, we're going to be heading in here. We're heading, that's where we just came from. We were sitting basically right where that trail curves all the way down the end there. And we're heading back up. And we're going to, we are going to get our compost bucket out of the car and bring the compost bucket in with me, because why not? Because I think that's fun. Yeah, there goes the signal. Cool. Yeah, right in this little section right here, it died. It like just completely crapped out a moment ago. So, not a moment ago, like 35 minutes ago when I walked through here the first time.
Amoroso's rolls. These are Licio rolls. These are two.
All right, thanks, Last Drop. I'm sure we'll see you again. Oh my God, the door, the fucking jump. Okay, I'm gonna cross the street.
Wait for traffic to stop, then cross with caution.
Yes. Yes, robot.
Cross with caution.
Yes, robot.
Traffic to stop.
Let's do it.
Cross with caution.
Okay, so this obviously goes, this trail also goes down this way as well. So it continues. I've crossed. How do I tell it to stop when I'm done crossing? So this is the Tacony Creek that we're crossing. We just, we're sitting sort of near it. But here it is. Tacony Creek. And I'm gonna stop, speaking of stopping, I'm gonna stop in the car for just a second. I wanna grab the, what do I wanna grab? Do I wanna grab anything out of the car, actually? Do I? Maybe. Decision time. I don't think so. I think the microphone should hold. The microphones, I always carry too much shit with me. Just full stop. So that's usually the case. All right. Hey, good morning. I saw your email. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's in the back. She's
Good Lord.
beautiful. Malnourished, and
People are the worst.
I know.
It's.
I have a dog who was the same situation.
We had. Like that's how you were just assigned a dog.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And this is kind of how Rudy's. He's on that, like,
Good
talking
Lord.
to his partner. They're calling. They're talking. And
Did he take the, did he like take the trail in the morning and
He
then
does. He bikes,
okay.
but he has a cargo bike.
Okay.
Which you'll see inside. And
That's funny.
He clipped because the dog was tied like really tight.
Oh.
So once he realized that she was not gonna bite him.
Yeah.
he
She's
just,
like,
he clipped it and
holy
put
shit.
her in the cargo bike and put her in
and
here.
she's now immediately living her best life.
I think
So-
she's like able to lay down and like freaking relax.
Amazing. Well, we've been live for like about 45 minutes now.
Okay,
I was just hanging out in the like little creek area.
Okay.
So yeah, this is Jen. This
Hi.
is Jen. We're in front of Bennett Compost. This
Yes.
is one of your facilities.
This is.
One of the facilities.
This is one of.
Is this the main one?
This is our headquarters. We call this
Okay.
HQ. You're at Bennett Compost HQ right now.
Okay.
But yeah, this is our. We process material here, but also this is where all of our collectors come back to.
Okay.
All our trucks are stored here.
Excellent.
Our buckets are stored here.
So this is like the central distribution
Yeah.
facility.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. I'm
Like,
actually. Yeah. I'm gonna grab you a microphone out of my bag because my mic is probably not gonna pick up everything.
Okay.
It's like here, but it's just a wireless. So let me grab that out of here. Hold on.
Can I
It's
hold something for you?
good.
Happy to.
No, if you'd like to hold the camera
Sure.
for a second, it's on a cord, so you can't go too
Okay.
far. But we're moving. Okay, and we are good. We do have reception here. Reception's always fun because you're like on a cell phone signal, and it is beholden to like the area.
Okay.
So like I walked.
Has it been okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I walked back into the woods and it was like it just dropped. Like it drops and then it comes back and it drops. But I always know when it's not on.
How do you know?
There's a thing in. So I have like a chat app on my
Okay.
phone, and it tells me basically Is this on? It's so light, I can't tell.
We
This
can go
has a.
inside if that's.
No, that's fine. This has a clip if you want to clip
Okay.
it wherever. It's sensitive, so if you clip it like on your sleeve or anywhere, it'll pick up.
Okay.
But I have a thing in the app that just tells me
If you're live.
well, if it has no reception, it switches to basically like clips and like other little videos that are not. It like keeps entertaining. It's
So smart.
yeah. People smarter than me have figured this out. I just signed up for it and they like make it work. Cool. So what are we looking at here? These folks are bringing in. Looks like you're bringing in.
Yes. So this is Sean. He is loading up a truck and about to go back out.
Okay.
He's using those bigger containers are for our commercial customers. So
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure where he's going, but he could be going to a restaurant. He could be going to University of Pennsylvania. We service a lot of commercial customers.
Whoever's on their rotation today.
In Philly.
Right.
We have one of our commercial truck drivers is out this week on vacation.
Okay.
So we're doing a bit of hodgepodginess. He's going back out to do some sort of collection right now. But
Okay.
he's at the tail end of his day. Like our drivers generally start around 3 or 4 in the morning and are
Imagine the tail end of your day being 11 a.m. That's But I mean, obviously I'm making light of it, but that's how it is.
Yes, and it's nice. Everyone prefers to start early when they can because we're doing collections of compost in the city. So the earlier you start, the least amount of traffic is going to be out there you're contending with.
Yeah. It's like you and the buses out there at that hour. That makes sense.
And our bikers, we have a whole bicycle fleet, which you won't see here today, unfortunately.
You said they go to a different facility?
Yeah, they're based. Our bike HQ is we like HQ. Is in Kensington, in New Kensington.
Okay. So they're riding all through South Philly and then biking out to like Old Kensington.
Yeah, that's kind of where the bikes live. We have a little garage there where those live. But South Philly, Center City, Fairmount, Fishtown, Northern Liberties. They're doing all the like the kind of dense areas of pickups.
My pickup's Monday.
Okay.
Monday morning. I know I get my bucket out on Sunday night and I hear it. I'm home sometimes and I'll hear it and I'll be like, oh, okay, I gotta go clean it out right now because otherwise it's gonna sit and bake in the sun.
That's a great way to do it. Yeah. I wish all our customers did that, me included. I'm not always the best at getting it in and
I was looking
at
your website and I just found out that you can like pay a little more to have your bucket refreshed every week.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Nah, I'm good. I don't want my stickers to go away. I know that's silly, but like the stickers
No, it's not. You get attached to your bucket.
I do. I've got like stickers on there. I'm like, oh, that was a really good melon, or
that's
whatever. Whatever. It's silly, but you know, whatever helps you stay invested in
excited about it.
Yeah, that's cool. So we have.
Yeah, I can kind of talk you through.
There he goes. He's off again. How many trips do they make? Like, would he come back? Like,
that'll be it for him.
3 or 4, or is it like?
That's trip 2.
Okay.
So generally all our collectors are out. They go out for a main collection route, and then sometimes they have to go back out and do something else.
Okay.
But we do 4 10-hour days for most employees.
Okay.
That's a recent switch we made, just based on.
That seems very like of the moment.
Based on employee, just requests. A lot of people were requesting it, and it just was getting more and more popular. And like, let's just see if we can make it work, and we could. And we have one person who did not. He really wanted to do 5/8, so that's what he does.
Okay. Well, it's nice. Very good. I mean, it's nice as an employer that you're flexible to be like, oh, sure, you can do that.
We try to be flexible.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, because of the early start, are able to do another little gig afterward.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are doing a few little things.
Cool.
In addition to this, but generally one big collection route that is the same for everyone every week. So you pretty much know what you're getting into, and then depending on if people are out on vacation or if we have if it's busy season and we need you to come back and like bag compost or something like that. Like there's stuff here to do too.
What is busy season?
Busy season is spring.
Okay.
It is on our end, starts earlier, so it's like February, March to June.
And that seems to align with like the farm season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
So busy season isn't really in terms of the collections. That's kind of standard all year round. Summer's a little slower because of vacationing, like people go away.
Okay.
But it's more of the product side of things is how we define busy season.
Okay. I know, like, I definitely I put more stuff in my bucket during spring. Yeah. Because I'm like excited about.
It's funny. I think I would maybe put the most in summer, just with like fresh foods and you just think of like bigger stuff like watermelon rinds and corn husks and stuff like that.
Accurate. That is accurate. Faugeist, you know what it. There's obviously a question about like what it smells like. It smells like a nursery.
Okay.
Me. Like you go to like a garden center.
Yeah.
Like that's what it smells like.
Okay.
In this moment right now.
I'm smelling something that I don't normally smell here right now, and it's what's behind you. So this is.
Okay.
And it's because it just came today.
Yeah.
So this is.
It looks gold still.
This is bedding from the Philadelphia Goat Project. We take the bedding from the goats.
Okay.
So it just smells like the zoo to me, like a little, it just smells like animal bedding a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's not strong.
And this is the whole pile is just that, right? This is like
that's all it is.
Okay, if I'm not supposed to touch something, be like, hey, don't do that.
There's nothing here you can't touch.
It's all pretty organic.
You might want to wash your hands before you.
I'm familiar with washing my hands.
Eat your snack.
Yeah. That makes. Yes.
Obviously.
Fair.
We're both used to talking to kids about this sort of thing.
No, that's good. Well, I know you do other educational programs too, so that's funny. So we have from the Philadelphia Goat Project, which itself sounds really, really fun.
So this is our, where you're looking right now this is our carbon storage. So this is where we store all of our carbon for the compost process. So carbon, also in the composting lingo, you might have heard that term as browns.
Yes.
Like there are browns and greens in a compost recipe. These are our browns.
Okay, so this is like if you're doing this in your home and you're adding like a layer of leaves between things. Yep. Essentially, this is the more not nuanced, but this is the more like scientific, like this specific material is what you guys, like in a professional capacity, what you're using.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So yeah, we use wood chips, which we get from local chippers, and we've also just started working with Burns Recycling.
Okay.
They're a really old Philadelphia company who does a really great job of sorting and recycling materials. We just got a load of chips from them, which looks really nice. But also like arborists and wood chippers bring us stuff. We have some leaf mulch and then the bedding.
Okay.
And we're kind of have these proportioned out into making when we make our compost.
Yeah, I mean these are some big piles here. But I imagine, how often do you turn this type of thing over? Like not turn it over, but like how often does this get refreshed?
Yeah.
Yes.
We will. I mean, we'll run out of those wood chips in looks like maybe a month worth of material, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe 3 weeks.
Excellent. Very cool.
It's a healthy pile today.
Yeah.
It does look good.
It looks it. Like I said, to me, it's like garden center, like soil, organic material, but it's like pleasant.
Yeah, the smell. I mean, we're walking now. We're heading over toward maybe the more pungent area. But these are the food scraps that have been collected. So far today.
Okay.
And have made it back here. There are more kind of out in the world that are coming back.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting to see the different types of like, what's the word I'm searching for? The different like levels of breakdown that's happened here. Like I'm seeing like basically a whole pineapple, but then stuff that's not, stuff that already looks like compost.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Here. This truck's gonna get out of our out of our way. So this is John, who's driving that truck. He's ahead of our collections. There he goes.
Head of collections sounds dubious, but only in a financial sense.
This is Devin.
Hey Devin, good morning. Good to meet you. Or see you again. You were here last time drilling the aeration holes. I think it was.
Good memory.
Yeah, I was like, oh damn, that's smart.
So Devin's about to get in this machine, the skid steer, and he's going to start mixing.
Excellent.
He's going to.
Do you mind if we watch?
Of course not.
Excellent.
Do magic.
Sounds cool. Yeah. I don't want to. You can beep at me if I'm in your way. Or yell or alert me somehow. So this is a bunch of different bays, right? Like different levels of or different times, right? So this one, is this empty? So this
is just a between space. So this is where we wash. This is our wash bay.
Oh, okay.
So the process is these trucks come in, they come here. This is our mix and dump bay. So everyone's dumping their material here.
Okay.
In the beginning of the day, it starts with we put some of those wood chips on the bottom to try to absorb the liquid.
Okay.
And just to help keep it cleaner when we're cleaning it up.
Yeah.
And then, and also when we're kind of scooping it with that, it already has some carbon. We're already starting that mix right away.
I see the bee traps over there. Those are my. When I can't, that's the same trap that I use when I'm camping. They're like the one hanging on the fence
this guy?
right there. Yeah, it's funny. I'm like, I don't imagine that is.
It's fly trap.
Yeah, or fly trap. That's what I mean. Not bees. We don't want to trap bees.
I was like, I don't think you meant to say that.
No. Flies.
We love bees.
Yes. Yeah. Bees are good. We don't want to trap bees. I have misspoken.
But so everyone's coming here. Devin is dumping and mixing. So he'll the mixing will take place right here, and then after that, the material is going to move its way down here.
Okay.
So this is where the mix is going to end up in this bay number 1.
Okay.
And you can see that's that aeration pipe.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look at that before it gets a bunch of stuff on it. Here he comes. He's coming in.
So we use the scoop of the bucket is our measuring cup, our measuring scoop.
Clever.
So our recipes are portioned out in scoops.
That's cool. Okay. I was wondering how you make that distinction. When they dump in here, I'm assuming that folks put a lot of things in their bucket that they shouldn't. Where does that get sorted out? Like, how do you,
how do you pull out like diapers or plastic bags or, hold chicken bones, that type of thing? Is that manually?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's happening like in several places.
Okay.
First being on the route, like collectors are asked to kind of identify that right when they see it on the route. And if it's something, I mean, I knock on some imaginary wood here. If anyone saw a diaper in their bin, they would not take it. Like it would just be our software to do collections.
Okay.
You can take a picture and you could flag it like for.
Oh, interesting.
And it could message either our admin staff. Or there's. I don't think it would message the customer directly, but it would message our admin staff to alert the customer of like.
Yeah.
Generally, we do take it because it's just something that someone made a mistake with, and it's somewhat sanitary, and we can deal with it. But
but like human waste is not what you're processing here.
No.
This is not like you don't want diaper or the contents of the diaper.
No.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. So our collectors are asked to do that to help identify it at the source, so we can deal with it and just help educate the customer of like this actually doesn't go in the bucket.
Yeah.
So then, but sometimes you don't see it because it's underneath a bunch of food. So it gets back here, and you might see it when you're emptying. You might see it when you're emptying material.
Okay.
Then what really happens, you just kind of toss it over to the side.
Gotcha.
And then there's those bins over there. That's our trash corral.
Okay.
They'll go in there.
So I'm just imagining the bike. I'm imagining the bike or the truck has a trash can on it.
Yeah.
And they just take, you see a plastic bag, you just file it immediately. You don't put it back in the bucket.
No.
Okay.
You take it out if you see it. If it gets through, you take it out here. If it gets through again, there are processes further down the line also.
Yeah, that comes into play with I'm assuming the screens that we're going to see. Okay. Yep. So he's got a bucket of carbon, or a bucket of wood chips, a bucket of scraps.
Yeah.
And he's going back to making a different
getting another load of probably a different carbon.
Yeah. Here comes. Okay. Now here comes. What is this that he's?
So this is leaf mulch. So these are just leaves that have like naturally broken down. That they're not. They're not fully. Well, this could be used as mulch, but yeah, it's just leaves that are broken down.
Okay.
And in the fall, like when we, in our climate, we only get leaves from customers seasonally.
Right.
So we get a lot of those in November, December. So during that, our carbon pile will change. It'll look different based on the time of the year. So we'll use those leaves in the recipe during that time.
Yeah.
But right now, we're out of those from last season.
Right.
So
I know. I'm imagining well, not that I'm imagining, but I know from having been a customer for a long time that there's the leaf, we'll collect your leaf bags.
Yeah.
If you need leaf bags, let us know.
Yeah.
If you need, the Christmas tree pickup is always the one where I'm like, oh, that's got to be rough.
That one's fun. I mean, that time of year we just have this giant pile. It's on the other side, and that is just full of trees, but it smells so lovely here.
Yes.
And then we just pay a chipper to come in, like someone with a chipper, and they chip them up, and then those just go into our chip pile.
Interesting.
But it's my favorite smelling time of year.
Yeah, and that's nice because it's just you're sort of the organic life cycle of not just the household scraps, but also leaves. I don't have any trees on my property, so I've never had the leaf collection.
Yeah.
I've never done the tree collection either because we have a fake tree, but I'm aware.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm aware. I do. Okay, so he had basically 3 and 3 now.
So 1, 2, I think so. Yeah.
I'm sort of keeping tabs in my head. And all of this that he's picking up is just from today.
Just from today, yeah.
That's wild.
So I'll tell you when he's finished reversing.
Yeah.
At this site, we process. Currently, we're working on expanding a little bit, but We process 1 day's worth of material on this site.
Okay.
So the other material goes to one of our other sites that we manage.
Okay.
And then, or it goes into this roll-off container that gets pulled out of here twice a week and goes to a partner of ours who is in.
Awesome.
He's like outside the city.
Okay.
And,
so you're at
you're
at
like
the scale.
Pottstown.
Okay. Just a little north of here.
Yes.
Gotcha. So you're at the scale where you're like, oh, there's a lot coming in.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Fascinating. And I know. Let's see. That's 4 and 4 now. This is a big. Okay. This is a big steamy. It looks like it's steaming. Am I imagining that?
You're not. No.
Okay.
So
that's the leaf mulch.
that
right?
is right.
Okay.
So that is already kind of active with microbes in it because it's a compost product. So it's already like broken down
Gotcha.
and like actively composting. So that's what that steam is coming from.
This is so satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is like watching watching. It's like watching cooking. It is the same. You're just like watching the mixing happen, just on a very intense scale.
Yeah. And so this material that's dumped there, if it's not a mixing day, if it's not Wednesday, that material never sits here for more than 3 hours.
Okay.
And it's moved to its final location.
Okay. Excellent.
So that's just what we do to try to, keep away critters and smells and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't get to stand here and watch this very often. I'm also appreciating this a lot.
Yeah, he's clearly this is clearly a very practiced art.
Yes. Yeah, Devin is
not a lot of lost movement.
He's super meticulous and
I empathize.
He's ahead. So he does this, and he's also our lead product person.
Okay.
So he's kind of in charge of our quality of our potting mix and all that sort of thing. And
so he's invested in this.
Yes.
He's invested in it.
Absolutely.
In a way of if you mess it up here,
it's gonna.
I'm gonna have to deal with it later. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating. And now, so I don't think I caught your title, position. I'm aware.
It's a little ominous.
Fair.
So I'm one of the owners at Bennett. Tim is my business partner. But I co-manage one of our site at Saul High School.
Okay.
And then just help manage our day-to-day here and just the general growth and business development.
And the high school is is basically they are doing sort of internal, I'm imagining, from the cafeteria and from their own facility.
Yeah.
And they're processing that as part of a work study program, or
we have interns that we work with there. Yeah, we've had one all summer, and then we'll have them when the school year starts again. Yeah,
Excellent.
that they come out and they learn about it and they work with us and learn about the equipment. It's an ag high school, so a lot of these kids know how to drive. We have tractors there, so they already know how to do it. I've learned things from them.
It's not. They're familiar with the skid steer.
Some aren't, but are interested in learning and having that opportunity. But it's a really great synergy with that.
That's great.
With the program there.
Okay, cool. Well, chat, if y'all have questions, you all can feel free to ask. I see that there's some conversation around school starting dates and how are things where y'all are. I just want to be open. I'm not responding to all the chats, but if you do have questions, I am reading it. Rusty, thank you for this resub. I appreciate you. Also, it's good to see you. Welcome in, and thank you for the shout out. We're looking. So just recap for anyone who's kind of popped in the past 20 minutes. We're at Bennett Compost in Philadelphia, off of Rising Sun Avenue. It's one of their main headquarter facilities here. If you want to find out more about Bennett, you can do Command Bennett in chat. 2 N's, 2 T's. If you want to sign up, if you're in the Philadelphia / southeastern Pennsylvania region, you can sign up. I think it's a couple free months
the link gives you. It's Command Bennett sign up. You can find them on social media, Bennett Social Command. If you want to learn about composting in general, Command Compost 101. If you want to find composting in your area, you can hit Command Find Compost. All of those are one word, no spaces. So we'll say that again later, just like FYI for anyone who's popped in. That's what we're doing today. We're out here watching what happens basically after the compost bucket gets emptied from my front porch. The mysterious location that it goes to is here. It's actually, my bucket goes to somewhere different because they pick it up with a bike, but we'll pretend it's fine.
It ends up here eventually.
It ends up here eventually.
All things come back to here.
And we're talking to Jen. Jen is one of the owners, founders of Bennett Compost, and is also super knowledgeable about kind of every possible thing that we're going to look at today. So feel free to ask questions if you have them. Otherwise, I'm happy to chat. We will chat and narrate what you're seeing. So good to see you all this morning. Sita, welcome in. Rusty Rhymes asks, how many tons, or what's your per week collection? I guess aggregate. Do you do it by weight? Is it by volume?
By volume.
Okay. I guess weight and volume are the same.
Yeah.
But how does that? Yeah. What's average? What's a peak? How do you?
I should know that off the top of my head, and I don't. But as we're walking around,
right on,
we'll find someone who does, and I'll bring him in
Understood.
And get him to answer that for you.
It's more than I can lift cumulatively throughout the week. I know we were just chatting a bit about sort of what happens.
Yeah.
What happens? So they fill up basically this bin. They fill up this bin. This big dumpster gets filled sometimes and can go off to a partner facility. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know how many times.
It's over. So that's 30 cubic yards.
Okay.
So I'd say around 100 cubic yards a week. So
Sheesh.
Over 3 of those.
That's a lot. And this isn't the only facility. The other facility is where this is where the trucks come in. Trucks and commercial come in here, and then bikes. They do bike pickup. My compost bucket gets picked up by a bike. Mm-hmm. And I just learned today that it's the same person.
Yeah, same person.
Week. So now I'm going to make it my mission to say hi to them at some point and be like, hello. All right, so here he comes. He's coming back in with another load of carbon. So this is, whoa, look at that, right over the pipe. So this is a bin. Tell me about this bin that he's pulling into. Oh.
So this is our bay in compost lingo.
Okay.
This is bay 1. So what he actually dumped there was, I hope everyone can hear me with the backup noise.
Yeah. For context of what you can hear basically everything.
Okay, great.
So
I'll just keep talking.
You can be heard over the thing, but
okay.
it's the
also
beeping is also
too.
very loud.
Correct.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So he is putting down a layer of what are called overs. So this is what happens in the screening process. When we screen the compost that has gone through all these phases and has reached the end, and it's gotten to, it's reached the correct temperature to kill off anything harmful.
Okay.
We screen it. So we screen out all these bigger chunks of the wood chips and the carbon that hasn't broken down.
Okay.
And trash will come out with that. But we reuse that back in the process. So we're currently using that as an air plenum. So he's putting that down as a base before he puts on the mix. Right.
The mix that he just made
Yes.
in that pile against the wall that the birds are voracious over.
They're
Look
like,
at them
hello.
go. And this, so he's got, hold on, let me get, so he's kind of getting in and dumping. I feel protected by a concrete barrier here. And we just saw someone come out with this hose and do the rinse off in these big bins here. Jen is saying that this area is just basically like a cleaning area or a place where you clean out trash cans and buckets and sort of anything that needs to get sprayed off.
Yeah.
Okay.
In order to try to collect, so we rinse out for all of those commercial customers. Part of our service is we swap out all those commercial bins every week.
Okay.
So we're swapping them out. We bring them back here. We dump them, and then we're rinsing them. And the wash water goes into these big totes. These are like basically big sinks we've
It's a big
created.
slurry.
Pretty icky, but we have a filter and it goes into there, and that's where the cleaner water is. There's no outside drains here, so we're pumping all of the cleaner water inside down into the drain.
Okay.
Goodness.
Excellent. Yeah, so it's not just getting sloughed off through the fence.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes
just
sense.
Dealing with our wastewater management.
Well, waste management in some capacity is the business.
It is.
Just that makes sense. And he's basically just like putting this over the middle, over this aeration pipe. So when he pops out, we're going to take a closer look at this pipe. So this pipe in the center, this thing, is an aeration pipe. Like this is just meant to get air into the center of the pile?
Yep.
Or under it?
Under it, yeah. So
air, water, both?
Nope, just air.
Okay.
So once this pile is built, it's gonna fill this entire bay.
Okay.
And then we attach. We have two. You can see it down here.
Yeah.
It's a good example. It's a little messy because we have this system moved down here.
This is a pile that is existing. This was built weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a blower?
Yep, so the pile is under there. We have this little flexible piece that we attach to this manifold here that attaches to this, and it's a bouncy house blower. It's pretty...
Heck yeah, amazing.
It's a basic thing. It's on a timer, so every few minutes, like it just sends little bursts of air.
Okay.
And that's because, like, in order for the composting process to happen, you need oxygen. And this is just a way that we have to move material less, is by providing oxygen this way.
Gotcha. So this pipe that's kind of sliding through the middle means that from a commercial perspective, you can leave... I say commercial versus household.
Sure.
Is sort of what I'm implying. So you're not flipping this pile. Once this lands kind of the way that it is.
Yep.
You're not moving this until it moves to a different spot.
Yeah. It's here for 4 weeks. So we build this, and then next week we'll build this.
Okay.
And it's here for 4 weeks, and then we combine two of them, and they go over here into another one.
Okay.
And the process kind of repeats. But the combination helps mix it up more and just provide more aeration.
Okay. And in a home sense, like if I was doing this in your home bin, this is why you stir your bin.
This is the tumbler.
Why you rotate.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, you're doing that at a much larger scale.
Yes.
So he's coming in now with the start of that mix.
Yes.
Okay. Staying out of the way. So now he's starting to make the actual pile in the back here with the scraps that we just watched him mix. Rusty, what did you miss? Happy to repeat anything, as there is certainly we're not asking them to stop doing what they're doing to be heard. Okay. Let me back up here. I love that your recipe is just like skid steer buckets.
Yep.
That's funny. Like, I think when I cook, a lot of it is just like, like ratios.
It's just ratios, totally.
Yeah, so I can appreciate. I definitely can appreciate that.
And it's when we go inside, you'll see before we came to this site, our previous site, we were doing a little bit of this on site, but you'll see the different machine we were using.
Gotcha.
But we were still using bucket ratios, but it's this tiny little bucket.
Yeah, like at home you would do like shovelfuls.
Yeah, absolutely. Or bucket, or just 5-gallon bucket, something like that.
Gotcha. It's funny. I know my dad at his old house used to have like 3 different composting things in the backyard.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, he's a big gardener, or has. I don't know how much he gardens anymore, but I know composting was like. I remember at one point I got one of the like earth mover things for free from somewhere. And I'm like, I have a concrete patio, I don't have I guess I could compost at home, but I personally started using Bennett because it was like, oh, I have, my trash stinks, my disposal is like, overworked, and you can't put stuff down it.
Right, yeah.
And I don't know, I felt bad.
Yeah.
Like I felt guilt over it. But it's great. It's like the perfect volume. I always, I hate when I forget to put my bucket out too. It's bad. It's not bad.
Well, if you ever forget, you can always email.
Yeah.
And we definitely will. We go out. We have makeup routes like built into our collection routes.
Gotcha.
Because our drivers aren't perfect and make mistakes sometimes. But it's the same thing with our customers.
Yeah.
And we understand that. And
have you, as you've scaled up, like I understand with certain scale and certain temperature that different things are compostable.
Yeah.
Like I know. Like you can't throw bones in your like home compost.
Yes.
Right? Like they're just never gonna work. Have you found that as you scaled that you're able to accept like, oh, we can take like shrimp shells now
Yes.
or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
is that a difference?
yes. So I think it was last summer that we officially put it out to all of our residential customers that we could take meat.
Okay.
We weren't taking meat for a long time.
Gotcha.
And really, we always could. Like, we were...
Yeah.
That stuff will break down. It's just we weren't processing in a permitted facility, and
Makes
it didn't
sense.
feel responsible to take kind of those extra critter like attractants at the time.
Right. That is reasonable.
But at this scale, absolutely, all that stuff will break down. Meat, bones, shells. And you know what? If it doesn't, it ends up in that overs pile, and it goes back in. Like, it might take several cycles to break down.
You're filtering it anyway.
But it will eventually.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because you're screening it as you go and like filtering. So yeah, if there's chunks. Okay. I was talking to, I forget where this. And you know how in the world now it's like, oh, did I have this conversation in real life? Did I have it on chat? Did I read it on the internet somewhere?
Yeah.
But someone I was talking to was like, oh, you can't scrape meat into your compost bucket, like me personally. And I was like, no, it's on the list. Like I can. But I was like, was it always on the list? Like, I don't think so.
It's been about a year.
Yeah.
But it is something that if you have composted on your own in your backyard, it's very ingrained to not put that material in there.
Yeah.
So it is it's hard to break that connection in your brain of that, like, no, like this is bad.
Right.
But
yeah, like I know there's certain things, like I said, bones that you would just never put in your compost pile at home, but like I'm imagining that the temperature gets quite a bit higher in one of these piles.
Yes. Maybe I should go run in and grab a temperature probe.
Cool.
For our continuing of our walk.
This bin is filling up here. He mixed one pile, and this is like, okay, he's stacking like pretty judiciously against the back. And you can see the size of like an existing pile.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I'm gonna run in really quick and grab that. I'll be right back.
We'll hang out outside. We'll try not to cause any trouble. Yo, Jen's been super accommodating with information and time, so I'm very, very thankful with all of that. Also, I should have told her to turn her microphone off. because she's inside and hopefully not having any private conversations. But if that's the case, y'all behave. But this is cool. How many balloons do you think we could blow up with this thing, huh? This thing looks a lot more robust. This thing's a lot more robust. I said, how many balloons I think I could blow up with this. Monday, my son's birthday was yesterday, and I spent Monday night blowing up a couple hundred balloons.
Wow.
With like a balloon, an electric thing. But I'm like looking at this, I'm like, yeah, this is, it's not the air, it's how quick you can tie them. I found that out. So this is quite the thermometer we have here.
It is. This is it's a 3 foot probe.
That is big.
There. And it goes up to 200 degrees.
Okay.
Which I've never seen that high in my career. But let's see where this.
Well, it started moving instantly though.
A little dusty, as all things on this site are.
Whoa. That's only like halfway in.
Yeah.
And we're at approaching 120 degrees in this pile. And how old is that? Does the temperature go up? Does it or does it hit a sustained point?
It hits a sustained.
Okay.
Like it will.
Man.
Like tomorrow morning, we'll take that temperature, that first pile, and it probably will already be here. Like it happens quickly.
Yeah, I mean when it's also like 95 outside. It's been out. Wow, look at it go.
So the temperature that, like the requirements that the guidelines that we follow are, it's 133 degrees.
Okay.
For 3 consecutive days. So we take temperatures 3 days a week. Wow. We record them, so we have that all recorded. So we can kind of track, and it always gets there. We don't really change anything, but it's good if we want to adjust a recipe, then we can go back and have data and just kind of compare it. I
love data. That's that's amazing. Do you take the temperature at different places?
Yes.
Is it like when you're cooking a chicken?
Yep.
Like you have to take the thigh and the breast and
So we do top, back, we do middle here, and then we do front.
Okay.
And then we do 1 foot in and 3 feet in.
Okay.
So it's 6 temperatures per pile.
Gotcha. Yeah, and this is about maybe a little more than a foot in there, and it's I don't know, as I'm looking at that, it's like 132, 133, so you're right there.
Yep.
Wow.
That's hilarious that it's on the nose. It's like 130. It's approaching 134.
Oh yeah. Incredible.
And it actually might be 131 actually.
Okay.
That might be 2 degrees off.
Wow. It is interesting because the color of this has changed too. And the fresh pile.
Well, this is also the over. So if I if I get in here, number one, what you can't it's really warm, and feeling the warmth. But you're also just seeing this wood, this is starting to break. This is just a fungus.
Yep, you can see all the mycelium just as soon as you move those wood chips, it was there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that smells.
It smells amazing, right?
Yeah, that smells really good. That is the best wood chippy sort of I don't know. It's like when you put down a bag of mulch in your garden.
Yes.
It's like that very, very fresh scent.
So this is 3 weeks old, this pile. So this was built, I believe, 3 weeks ago.
Okay. And the covering of this is for heat retention, insulation? What is the...
It's to help prevent, to help with runoff, water just kind of running off a little bit.
Okay.
We're in a dry spell now, but generally we, in this climate, we have a lot of water that we're dealing with. It's also just to keep bird, it's for sightly, just to keep it looking neat and to keep stray, weed seeds and stuff from blowing in, and to keep bird poo out of there. Just try to,
yeah. No, it's very multi-purpose. Mm-hmm. Compost text, and this is a specific material.
It is. It allows it. I love this stuff. It allows it to breathe.
Okay.
But also allows the water doesn't totally shed off. It allows a certain bit to get through.
Yeah. Fascinating.
I'm gonna leave that guy there.
Yeah, and it's as we're standing here, I am noticing like we're now at 1:30. It's like it's settling in. It takes a second to like get there, but we're at like 1:35, 1:36 maybe. Amazing. And still, that's like not even the center, anywhere close to the center of that pile.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it with. If we go over here, I'm curious what. So sometimes they'll peak. This one was just combined.
Bin number 5 over here.
So this was 1 and 2 were moved out and combined into here.
Okay.
I think yesterday maybe.
Welcome in.
Or even this morning. Don't quite know. But.
Okay. So it's like. It's funny. I love the pattern. The pattern of the skid steer has like moved everything. And this is a combined pile. So this bin, if we're looking, is like much bigger. It looks is this much bigger?
It's a bit bigger, yeah. It's not double.
Oh, yeah.
It's not double the size because those piles do shrink down a bit, like after a month. But we're up to 100, over 160.
Damn.
So you'll get a peak.
Climbing.
You'll get a peak again, like after, like when we combine them, it kind of just stirs all the microbes up. Yeah. And like causes a lot of activity there. Yeah. So there's generally a temperature peak.
You can see too, like some of the white from some of that breakdown that we were looking at there. Wow.
And this is going to feel,
the radiant
heat really going to feel ow.
I'm not even touching that. If you put your hand in there, you might get a burn.
This is
like, look at the steam coming off.
I can't keep my hand there long. It's a chicken bone.
Wow. That is hot. That's like putting your hand outside the oven. That is incredible. And we're really close. Yeah, I can see, like, here's a fork. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So obviously you have some different process to move that out of the final material. Cool. This is I'm worried about my if you climbed in here, you might worry about your soles of your shoes melting. And you still aerate this too. This is still got a blower here.
Yes, these are all still aerated. Yeah. So the total of the material is on air.
Oh, that one's blowing right now.
Yeah.
I can hear it. Okay.
It's on air for about 2 months.
Okay.
Between these two areas. And then after that is when that is our screener. That's when we screen it.
Okay, cool.
And then it has to cure for 2 more months after that. Okay.
So really, this is like from what's happening over here with this initial pile. Let's see, it's August. So this is like Christmas mulch or
Christmas compost.
Yeah, Christmas compost. So if you wanted to get me something for Christmas, it's going to come from that pile. Are Christmas presents a big thing? Memberships?
Memberships are. That's we
memberships and the cacti mix.
And the Christmas tree, like people give the tree collection. Okay. For sure.
That's fun.
The vermicompost. Yeah, that time of year people aren't thinking gardening, but the indoor plants, the indoor things we have.
Right. Here, it's for your poinsettias. Yeah. Good Lord. I always think it's funny. I put my flowers, cut flowers from the counter in the compost. I hope I'm allowed to do that.
You are. I do that too. Absolutely.
I'm admitting things here that maybe I shouldn't.
No,
I try to be judicious. For years, I had a list on the fridge of things that you could put and not put in the compost.
But now it's pretty much,
What are we up to now? This has been settling for a little bit. This is almost 180 degrees Fahrenheit in here, 80 degrees Celsius. That's hot, y'all.
Yeah, and that really will start dropping down now. That will not get any hotter. That's really peaked after that movement.
This is maybe a silly question. Is the microbial activity what's causing the heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
It will get this hot.
Just insulation.
It will get this hot in February as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Yeah. Which is cool to see. It's cool to be here in the winter and just everything is steamy and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I imagine that snow doesn't really sit for very long on top of you.
No.
These piles just stay dark and black all year round.
Yeah.
That's great. This is fascinating. And these are the size of the commercial bins that you are.
Yeah, some of them. This is what is this? This is a 96 gallon.
Okay.
Which is what we use when our bikers, we talked about our bike collections. Yep. We have locations, partnerships around the city with a lot of community gardens, with schools where we drop off these larger bins. Our bikers, they go out and do a collection route, and they come back and they dump their material in here.
Okay.
And then our bigger truck, which there should be one pulling in not too long from now, goes and picks those up and then brings them back here.
Okay.
So these are kind of like in between bins. They get unruly for a customer. They handle 32 gallon. Yeah. 32 gallons is a good size for
I could not put that under my sink. That is not available.
But even for like a customer to like to move around between the kitchen and the loading dock or whatever.
But I imagine
it's so heavy.
I'm thinking of like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like someone with like a really nice garden who lives out in like Mount Airy or Chestnut Hill. Maybe you have one of those and put garden scraps in it. I don't know. Or maybe you could have one.
Sure, your community garden.
Yeah.
You can put garden waste in there.
Yeah. That's neat. Partnerships is that a big sort of effort for you all? Is that like, what I guess is the, I don't want to like, you don't need to give away the business side of things, but like what is, is residential sort of percentage-wise like,
that's the biggest piece.
Commercial, residential is?
Yeah. So we have, I think we're hanging around 6,300 residential customers.
That's a lot.
In Philly. It's a lot.
That's like weekly, and those are weekly pickups.
Weekly.
That's not like...
That's all we offer.
Yeah.
And about 125 commercial. So the commercial, obviously the volume for each commercial customer is very big, but the residential is it's the bread and butter. It's where we started.
Yeah. Anecdotally, I mean, there's like 4 people on my block that have buckets, and I see them. And when I walk home, if I'm not sure, I like give the little bucket a tap, and I'm like, all right, this one, it's been empty, good. Sometimes I'll forget to put mine out, and I'll give those a tap, and I'll be like, okay, shoot, and then I'll run home and pop it back out on the porch. But that's cool. Yeah, he's building another pile or he's like doing another mix.
He's doing another one,
now. Yeah.
So he does them kind of small just so he can mix it really well.
Yeah.
And then he'll mix those little batches, and then I think it's 4 or 5 of those in there.
Wow.
That will fill. There comes on the blower.
Yep. It's on a timer, so now we're getting air in this thing.
So sometimes I feel like the light might not be working with us right now, but when the blowers come on, you can see the steam like come out.
You can maybe give it a second to filter up. That's wild. Yeah, it's wild that when you were looking at the actual, like just one little scrape off the top and it started steaming. Like, that's so fascinating. 180 degrees inside of this thing. So that's well over the temperature that you're requiring.
Yes, we're good.
Did you say it was 130?
131.
Okay.
I'm changing it to 131.
131.
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent. And these, you said, are these are already 2 months old.
Yes.
These piles.
So next, we screen every other week. So next week we will be screening this. I believe it's this one.
It's interesting.
This pile.
You can just by visualization, you can tell which one of these piles is the oldest.
Yep.
Because it's the smallest. Like, I mean, looking at it, either 7 or 8 is the oldest.
Yep.
And I mean, you just told me that 7 was the one that was going next week, so I kind of know. But like, you can see, like that one's brand new and how tall it is and how it's settled. That's when you like take a step back and look at it. That's really fascinating. And so this is 4 of these, and it's just a loop. Like it comes in the front.
Yes.
Gets mixed, goes here, hangs out, chills for a little bit, or warms.
Yeah.
Chills. Over to these piles, where it gets combined, like a pile or 2 gets combined and mixed, and then it sits here again. This is the same amount of time as the initial.
Yeah.
Okay. So once it's through here, like pretty much everything, like I saw in this pile that was brand new, like some recognizable material.
Yes.
And so you're never breaking everything completely down, which is why you screen it.
Yep.
Okay.
But most of the food, is going through. It's something that may have a lemon that may have like rolled out to the edge and didn't really make it in there.
Right.
That is looking, that might get screened out. But the majority of the time, the overs, the material that is not going through to the next phase is just wood chips.
And you say over because once he's finished building this pile, he's going to lay an overcoat of wood chips on top of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, we call it overs. If you go to the screen.
Not wood chips, but okay.
Overs are it's this pile right here.
Okay.
Is what the overs are. And what it is this stuff, so this is our screen.
Yep.
This is a vibratory deck screener.
Okay.
Is what it's called.
So this whole thing just vibrates.
Yeah, so you can see like it will, on the back there's springs, so this whole thing shakes, but also.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can plug it in, or I can I'll do it really quick.
Sure. All right, you ready? Here it goes. That is okay. And so you're basically like you take the skid steer, you dump it onto the top.
So scoop in this pile,
slides down,
come over, dump on the top. The bigger
scoop, dump.
Yep. The bigger stuff comes over here.
Okay.
These are overs.
Yep.
They've gone over the screen. The small material will fall through. This is we use a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
Screen size here, and then
inch grate.
This smaller stuff.
And then this is sort of ready for what's next.
Yeah, this is this is at 4 weeks.
Okay.
It's looking like this.
Yeah, and this is unrecognizable as food product.
Yeah.
Like this is unrecognizable as scrap.
Yeah, I mean you can't smell a camera, but
oh no, yeah,
you can.
But it is this the only thing that has like a recognizable food smell here is that first pile.
Yeah.
Everything else smells like mulch or like soil.
Yeah.
And this is completely, this is very broken down. Like there's nothing, obviously this has been sifted, but this is like ready for what's next.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cool. This has been, and then the site, we keep going. We keep going around the building.
And you take the stuff from the front here, this pile, which I can see like in here, you have like a bottle cap.
Yeah, we're getting some trash out of here.
Some big sticks. Here's a little piece of plastic. So this is, you're basically like continuing to filter.
Yep.
And that all goes here.
Yes.
And gets used to cover the piles again.
Yep, and you saw that we use this, you can use this or wood chips to build that plenum for the air.
Sure.
We're using this just because right now we have more of this.
Yeah. And eventually this will break down.
Yes.
So if someone's throwing chicken bones in here, like that chicken bone we saw in that first bin is gonna get filtered out here eventually and it's gonna cycle through and through and through until it's done.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
There's no waste.
Very wise. Yeah, you're not wasting any of that process.
No waste.
Fascinating. Beth, welcome in.
So then we continue around.
Okay. And this looks like a smaller grate.
This is, so we are, this is a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Grate, and we will rescreen it again.
Okay.
For our potting mix.
Okay.
So the compost we use in our potting mix is double screened.
Gotcha.
Just because we want a finer consistency on that.
Makes sense.
We work with farmers who are using our mix in like seed trays that are very small.
Okay.
That was like the impetus of that. Like just the farmer feedback of like, I need less like.
This is too chunky.
Chunks, yeah. I need less chunks of wood in there. We're like
children in their soup. Too many chunks in there.
Give me a straw.
Yeah. God. Oh my God. I hated chunky tomato soup as a kid. Total anecdote. We don't need to go there right now. So this is all of that filtered mix now.
Yes.
Like this is how. So this is 2, 3, 4 months old.
The oldest stuff in here is 4 months, yeah.
Okay.
The youngest stuff is between 2 and 4.
Okay.
So we leave the material in here. We do move it, like it's not here for 2 more months. It is still moved.
Okay.
It's important to To just like continue to aerate it.
Yeah.
To just continue to move. So we will kind of like move the bays down.
Gotcha.
Or the piles down.
But these are not as hot.
No, this has cooled down significantly.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what this process is, just like that level of, it's just all that internal action slows down, and then it becomes what you want to put in your garden.
The warmest piles are the second stage. Is that accurate?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is phase 3.
And this is like a lot of those bins basically all at once, because as they age, as they break down, they get smaller and the material gets smaller. And so we're looking at like 3 piles here, but this could be any number of those overall initial bins that we saw. Like, we don't really know how many this represents.
So when, like, one of those bays that we're screening, like, we get about 15 to 20 cubic yards. Like, if that means anything to anyone.
It may. We have some. We do have some folks who are gardeners and farmers, etc. in the community. To me, I have a hard time conceptualizing.
It is one. That is one.
Okay.
That is like what we're screening out of one of those bays.
Okay.
Like, each one of these piles is one.
Okay.
Of what we've screened out.
Wow. Excellent. And this is ready for what? What is the next, like? So
after this has been sitting for 2 months.
Okay.
We move it again to its final. Generally up here, we're currently starting a construction project here, so it's actually going over to a pile back here.
Oh, I see. There's a pink. That's not a pile of snow.
No.
That's a pile of soil.
Yes. So that's where that's going. We cover that up, and that is ready to go out. So that's ready to. We sell that material in bulk, so you can buy it by the cubic yard.
Fantastic.
You can buy it in
two more. There's like 2 more of these piles just hanging out here. Okay, so you're expanding even more.
Yeah, and like we try to stockpile right now, because in the spring we will wipe out all of our inventory. Between selling it in bulk, between using it in those potting mix and farm mixes, we also give back compost to our customers. So if you're a Bennett customer, you get 2 5-gallon bags of compost back annually, and we do those give backs in the spring or the fall. You can choose, because fall is also a great time to add compost to your garden.
Okay.
Like, you can add it in the fall. It is not as hectic of a time like in the gardening world. So a lot of people, like, it's just a good time because you're not as like, what am I going to plant?
Well, I'm imagining, like, I'm not much of a gardener. Y'all know that. I'm imagining that if, like, you add mulch or, soil on top, it, like, kind of beds it in for the winter.
Yes, it's a great way to just wrap it up.
Yeah.
Tuck it in.
Excellent. We have at least 1, possibly 2 master gardeners in chat.
Okay.
I know, or I'm in the community, so I like.
Nice.
There's some more depth of knowledge. We have some folks who are own farms. We also have some Canadians in chat who are like, "What is a yard?" Just kidding. I mean, maybe you don't know what a yard is. Do you ever get, like, is any of this like a fire hazard? Like, with the temperature, like, does it get hot enough?
It would. I did a composting course, and I did it through the U.S. Compost Council, and I did it in California, actually.
Okay.
There was like a large part of a day spent on fire safety and management, but it's mostly out on the West Coast where the air is just so much drier because of the humidity here. It's really rare that it's an issue.
You could wring the air out today.
Yes.
It's like, it's brutal.
Yeah, it's not
actually as bad as it's been, but whatever.
It's not really an issue on the East Coast, at least in our scale. I mean, I know there was a big fire, I think, in Baltimore. At like a wood chip facility, and I think it has to be kind of externally, like if I put a flaming stick in that pile, we might
flicked a cigarette, whatever,
we might get an issue. But we're kind of like away from external forces here,
and functionally you're not dealing with mulch per se. Like, this is also like soil. You know, and like there's organic material in here that is not super flammable.
Yeah. But
Okay.
like part of like covering all these up is like it will keep that potential external cigarette butt or what have you from reaching that.
Excellent. One of my moderators, who is Canadian, says us oldies use both, so the yards are okay. We're okay. I use metric on stream a lot for weights and measurements and kilometers and Celsius. My thermostat's in Celsius, so there.
I wish my brain worked like that. It's
So does my partner. It does not. And
it's
she's
really
like,
hard for
she's
me.
like, what is 22? And I'm like, it's what our house is at. Anyway, I digress. So we've gone in a loop.
We're back to the beginning.
We've looped around, and I don't hear the skid steer working anymore. So it sounds like maybe this pile is finished / in progress still, taking a break.
He is finished
Perhaps
with what
it's
we
lunchtime?
have now.
Okay.
There's more material coming back. So
it's literally gone.
most of it.
Okay, and not all. It's gone such that you couldn't make another ratioed mix with what's there.
Yes.
Okay.
He's gonna wait for more to come back and then probably build more.
Let's see, y'all. Let's see how big this pile. Let's see how big this pile got. That was a lot. I mean, it was a big pile of material here. There's like, I would say like maybe a bucket and a half worth of material left. And now we have. So this bay was empty when we arrived. You could see this whole plastic hole here go all the way back. So they filled it with this, what did you call this, top cover? Overs. Yep. Okay, I was completely wrong.
Either of your things you suggested work though.
So this is filled, it was filled with that overs mix, and then this is just a ratioed mix of soil, not soil, sorry, it's a ratioed mix of all the things we saw over there. Yep. So leaf litter, hay, hay,
bedding,
and then wood chips, as well as the organic material that comes out of the compost bucket, which you can see, is still in whole over here. I'm seeing some seasonal things. I got corn cobs, we have watermelon, a little bit of romaine lettuce in here. What else am I seeing? That's
maybe some fennel.
Yeah. I do. I see
fennel.
Perhaps a unique zucchini, or perhaps a zucchini that's been in the fridge for a while. Tomatoes in here. So you can see, there's a green onion. There's a very bright green onion. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So this is at the beginning of its journey. This is compost day 0. And we just saw all around the building to get to the one of the final products, one of several products.
Yeah.
Excellent. This is fascinating, and he's got. So we're going to get more coming into this as the day progresses.
Yeah.
And delivery or pickups get dropped off here in the yard. This pile will get to be slightly larger than what's in bay number 3 over here. Because as it ages, it sinks or condenses. What terminology did you use? Sinks or compacts?
Compact, shrinks.
Shrinks. There we go. Shrinkage is good in this world. Excellent. It's been pointed out that I also use 24-hour time, and that Canadians' ovens are in Fahrenheit. So at least they know what Fahrenheit is. 350 and above. Fair. Okay. Fair. Cool. Well, this is a nice little system y'all have going in. It's like the skid steer just is like running both sides of the equation from its central location in the front. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's a very valuable tool for what we do.
Yeah, I imagine it is a worthwhile piece of that's a piece of machinery that when it starts acting up, you're like, it really grinds everything else to a halt.
Yeah, we just got a second to have as a backup.
Super. For scale.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd love to take you inside.
Let's look inside. So we've been outside. I'm assuming, let me see. If we go in this building, our signal should hold up because this is a very open space and a small building. But y'all, if it drops or gets choppy for a second, we're just gonna deal with it because it'll settle back in.
Okay.
The modems are sometimes they like, I don't know. It's fine. We will be fine. I'm not. Usually warehouses are okay.
We'll just have to see how we are when we go back in the product room.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if your phone works, this will work.
Okay. Phone works everywhere here.
I say that, but that's not always true. Excellent. So we're in just a big open space here.
Yep.
What are we?
You're looking at so many different pieces of the business. Yep, second skid steer.
Oh, and a little mini one. So this is like
That's what I was referencing earlier.
This is in the museum over here.
This was what we used. Pre this.
Excellent.
We have maybe had one in between, but.
Look at these buckets. These look familiar, right?
Yeah, this is our bucket washing area. This is Rudy over here.
The spray sink.
Washing buckets. So if you're a customer that pays for that swap service, your bucket is getting swapped with a clean one every week. We also are commercial. We have commercial customers who have buckets, like cafes, and if their buckets also get swapped out. So we do a decent amount of washing here.
Was that a customer request at some point where people like
the commercial?
Can you clean my bucket for me every week?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. This is my personal opinion. It feels kind of like a twee to sort of have that. And they're like, oh, I need a fresh bucket. I'm like, I just spray mine out in the sink. Whatever. Whatever. You don't need to comment on that.
Thank you.
It is a nice service to have, I suppose. I just spray mine out. I enjoy the process of cleaning it. Are you supposed to clean it with soap?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
You're not supposed to bleach the inside of it though. I'm imagining that's not good.
It's probably not good for the bucket and its longevity.
Sure.
But I mean, you could really go natural and just put some baking soda, vinegar in there.
I use this is a very personal and technical question. I put a paper bag in mine. Is that normal? Do people? Is that
It's not. It's not.
Let's say normal. That's okay to do.
It's wonderful to do. It's what I try to do if I do rinse it out, because it does it keeps it from sticking and matting on there and getting really gross.
Yeah, I'm when it gets empty, for mine there's just liquid in the bottom, and I'm okay, this is easy. Instead of a layer of whatever.
Just stuck on anything. No, it's a great way, and then you're starting that process right away, right? The paper is a carbon. You have that food, so you're starting it in this little micro level right in your bucket.
This is so silly, but one of my favorite things is when I open the bucket and I see mold or something in there, and I'm it started.
Nice work.
Yeah. I'm oh, those berries were bad. Okay, got it. Good to know. Good to know.
But yeah, basically around the perimeter are just all these shelves.
Supplies.
Yep, supply storage. We're waiting on an order of buckets, so when those come in, there will just be pallets of buckets on filling all this empty space. We
got little buckets here. We got clean buckets. We got the bigger trash can style, and then you have the 96-gallon totes up there.
So this this white bin, I'm not sure what it is, but it's
the white bin on the top shelf.
Yeah, I'm not sure what is in there right now, but that is it's called a super stack, and that's what we sell.
Yeah.
We sell our farm mix to farmers in those quantities.
Those things are incredible to me. I always see them on construction sites
full of sand,
and they're lifting them with a forklift, and I'm how is the bottom not how can you make this thing work and my grocery bags still don't work? But sorry, that's just how where my brain goes. That's cool. And then this is one of a bike.
This is just one of our employees.
Yeah. Okay. That doesn't have a trailer on it.
We have a lot of bikers here. There's another one over there.
Oh yeah.
But this is a cool machine. This is our bagger. So this is what we are using to bag all of our product.
Okay.
So we You can look in there if you.
Well, y'all can look in here just by this.
Oh yeah.
But
There's little steps over here if you're also feeling adventurous.
I am feeling adventurous. Okay. I'd like to. Hold on. Look at this. This is like not treacherous. This is.
So I believe that has potting mix in it right now.
Oh, and we have the rollers over here to sort of siphon things towards the chute. Cool. Whoop. Step down. Okay, there we go.
So we use sandbags, like you can see over there under that shelf.
Yep.
Our compost are in those dark green ones, and our potting mix are in the yellow ones.
Okay.
And we use those because they're reusable. So when you buy those from us, those are stored our bags up there.
Okay, I see up on the shelf up here. Yeah.
Yep. When you buy those, you send them back. We'll pick them back up from you. Okay. We're all around Philly anyway, so it's never out of the way to stop and grab them. Yeah. And then we reuse them.
Excellent. There's a lot of like reuse here. I know, just like everything is like, I mean, I know like I've never gotten a new bucket. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, like it makes sense. Do you feel like folks like customers appreciate that mindset? Like, do you think that they sort of share that sometimes?
I do.
Or is there... Okay.
I mean, I think it's sorry. Could we expand maybe if we use single-use plastic and we're able to seal it with a heat sealer so it could go into, larger stores.
Yeah, or ship it farther or whatever.
But that's really not...
Okay.
We're trying to kind of keep that. Like, great. We want to reuse those things. And
that's awesome.
Have even worked to try to do like at there's a farm in Germantown called Germantown Kitchen Garden. Okay. And we have two of these totes there, those IBC totes. Okay. Where we go and fill those, and then customers, it's almost like a fill it yourself. It's a bulk. Okay. Like fill it yourself.
Yeah.
So we're just totally taking bags out of the equation in that one.
Excellent. I mean, at the scale, it's the last, what do they call it in commerce? Like the last mile problem. Yeah. Where like, if you can get people to bring you their compost, it's easier to keep single-use stuff out of it. Probably, although you don't get the sorting at the source with the person picking it up. But that's probably a better problem. That's cool.
But I really do think our customers appreciate it, and the majority of people who buy our products are those 6,300 are our customers.
Yeah. I mean, I have to imagine that if someone's looking up composting and like where to find, like, maybe I'm interested in this, they probably don't need much convincing. Is kind of my thought. That's great. Yeah. Let me see. We're inside here. This is the only building on this site?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is actually This is a City of Philadelphia property. Okay. We were talking about partnerships earlier. This is a huge one of them for us. This is a partnership with the city's Department of Parks and Recreation. Okay. So this is...
We have a lot of parks.
Yeah, this is their property. It was a former maintenance facility of theirs, and they actually combined this facility with another local one. Okay. So they had this building available.
Super.
And it was an idea within the city to partner with a private composter to come in and run like a compost operation in exchange for us being here. We pick up the food scraps from the city's recreation centers.
Makes sense.
And then we give back a portion of that finished material you saw to city farms.
As I'm thinking about it, there is a Bennett Compost bucket at our rec center.
Oh,
and I'm like, okay. I thought they were just good, conscientious people. But it turns out that they are also...
They're composting
customers.
there.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, and it's great because it's all their after school programs. Yeah, in the summer, it's their summer programs. So you're like exposing kids to this.
Yeah.
At such a young age.
It's so funny. My son is in elementary school, and he had, I think it was last year, might have been third grade. Yeah, it was third grade. he sees the compost bucket at home. We talk about it, and his teacher was like, "Oh, like, do you think you could come in and like talk about composting to our class?" And I was like, "Sure." Like I did. I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." And I was like, I'm not the right person for this generally. Like I know how to do the research and like present to children, but yeah, I think the kids, I don't know, like in my house, like my son knows, like we put the food stuff in the bucket.
Yeah.
Like
and obviously he's talking about it and like.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It is. I do think sometimes he's funny because he'll be like, I know that there's some like weird, I don't know, kids, internet kids, you know, they're like, he's like, oh, my dad does like live streaming. And I'm like, okay, like I'm not like a gamer, you know, it's like, it's probably different than what your friends are thinking of, dude. Like, we're visiting a compost facility, we're not playing Fortnite. But whatever, it is what it is. So I should mention, I said this earlier, we were at Bennett Compost, 2 N's, 2 T's.
Yes.
However, if you put it in any different spelling in chat, it will come back with the right thing, because that's how I set it up. If you want more information on Bennett, wait, where's the light? There it is. On Bennett Compost, you can put Command Bennett in chat. You can do Command Bennett sign up if you're in the Philadelphia area. If you want to follow them on Instagram and Facebook, you can do Bennett Social. These are all one word, by the way. More info on Compost at Compost 101. All these are commands. You can find composting in your area. Command find compost if you're not in Philadelphia. So that's where we are. That's what we've been looking at this morning. And for more information, all of those commands are available, and they're being posted in chat like throughout automatically. So like just click the links. Cool. And I see you all do your own maintenance here as well.
We do.
Of some kind.
We have an in-house mechanic to help us with the regular truck maintenance.
Yeah.
It's been game-changing.
Do they do bikes too?
They don't.
Okay.
But we have some very knowledgeable staff in the bike department. But
fair.
Not there yet with the bikes.
Fair enough. I, in my naivete, thought that everyone was using bikes in like the whole city. And I like when we chatted before, and you're like, oh, the trucks are coming in. I was like, trucks? Like, we have, wow, okay. That's so funny. Cool. And so this is not, so you're processing sort of, things come out of that big pile outside, and they come into this machine? Is that what I'm
so they're coming in, if they're being bagged, they're coming in and they just, that skid steer dumps a load in there and it gets bagged. And then the bags get stacked on pallets and either stored here or outside in the spring and lead up to spring. That whole side of the building is just pallets of bagged compost because we just have so much going out.
Super.
But this beautiful machine here is what we use to mix our potting mix. It's empty right now because we transferred it into the bagger because we're going to bag it. But this is a mixer, which you can climb right up here.
And I'm assuming this is also a ratio, I'm imagining.
Yep, we have a recipe. And
let's take a look inside.
We're going a little out of order, but after you see this, we can go into that.
Oh, wow.
Mystery double doors over there.
The big mixer in here, everything gets churned in. Excellent.
Yeah, if you just hold on a sec, I'll turn it.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
It's all pretty simple.
It is.
Technology.
It is, but like simple works, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We're mixing. We're not we're not distilling.
No.
Etc.
But yeah, this is our product room, and behind these doors.
How hot's your pile? Excellent.
Well, it's a little cooler in here too.
Okay, and here's where we keep the pile thermometers. Oh wow, yeah, But
Yeah.
yes, this is the room with the air conditioner.
Yes.
No, with the fan.
Well,
there
and
is
we
an
have
air
a window
conditioner.
unit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I was like,
So-
wow, it's actually like nice in here.
We do have that in our office also. We have a unit for our employees, but also for the employees in this room, which are our worms.
The employees, say that again. The employees are the what?
We have worms who
Vermiculture.
work very hard for
Is that
us.
right?
Yes,
Vermiculture?
vermiculture. So this is our Compost bin.
Where are they?
I'm gonna do the magic.
Check it. Oh my God!
Rake.
Look at that. Look at them move.
Feel free to get in there if
Oh my gosh.
they're very satisfying. Yeah, generally.
More employees. There's some other little bugs in here too. Whoa.
Yeah, all this. So we are feeding. I think a lot of people are familiar
They're fast.
with vermicompost from the household. This is a great thing to do on your own in your house, like a small vermi bin.
Wow.
Great for kids. But on our scale, we are.
Can I like pick up with
Yes,
this?
yes, yes.
Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to injure them, but I want to.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun.
I want to get in and sort of see. Did we get anybody in this pile?
You got a couple right underneath of you.
Yeah, there they are. Look at that. Wow, they look very healthy. I don't know what happy worms look like, but
I
I'm
think
imagining this is it.
they look shiny. They look
very shiny.
They breathe through their skin, so they have to be like moist at all times, which is
Make sure I
why
don't have any like hanging out here still.
the bin feels like it does.
Everybody was very insistent that we touch the worms. Okay. Are you satisfied? Do we touch the worms? Okay. The worms have been caressed gently, and it's wild because they're not on the surface. Like if you just, I bet if you sat and like watched this for a while, maybe you can see some subtle movement. But like the moment you sort of
they're right below.
Disturbed it, they're right there.
It's just because they don't like the light, and I took off those covers earlier.
Yeah.
Woo! In preparation.
And they're I mean, this is a big bin.
It's a big bin. There's thousands of worms in here.
This is full all the way to the bottom.
Yes. So we feed them at the top. So this is called a continuous flow through system.
I feel like thousands is a super conservative number.
I know. I don't know. I never know how many are in here. So I don't know, 15,000.
Someone would be able to tell you how to estimate, I'm sure. But to suffice it to say, there's a lot.
Yes.
Do you ever have to get new ones?
Yes.
Like how do they make their way in here?
No, they just reproduce. Like they're just in there happy and having babies. So we have had to get new ones with just like issues.
Yeah. Well, it's a very small. Like I mean, it's the space here. I would imagine if like something happens to a couple of them, it like spreads quickly. I don't know. I don't know how worm afflictions work.
Disease. I mean, we were mostly having
they call me Dr. Worm.
An issue with
there's one on the
with
surface.
the bin, and like it's we were having kind of like sinkholes in here at one point. We've really gotten down our system now. It's I think a lot about the watering. So this is an overhead misting system because you really need to like evenly distribute the water. Yeah. So that you're not like overwatering in one area that causes it like the water to kind of go through.
Yeah.
Because the bottom of this, so what happens is we feed on the top. We're adding new material on the top of this. The worms are moving up. All the worm.
If we can look underneath it.
Yeah, I mean, I could even.
Is that that's like a screen?
It's a grate. Yeah, is that helping?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is neat.
So there's a bar on the bottom of this. It's just a steel bar that sits right above this. It's about probably 2 inches tall, and the width of the bin. And you can see over here. It's currently on the other side. But this is
Oh yeah.
every week this is attached to the bar, obviously, but you crank this and it scrapes the bottom of the bin.
Okay, so underneath of
yep,
the underneath
so it scrapes the bottom, which causes some material to fall down through that grate.
Okay.
And that material falls down into these. These are little shelves that we built that are on casters.
Oh, clever.
So the material falls down, we pull this out, it dries for a few days, and then this is the screen, we're always screening.
Okay.
This is the screen that we're using to screen this material.
Okay.
So a lot of steps for this system, but it creates, I mean, we put the finished vermicompost into our potting mix. We put it into the farm mix. It's our compost, but it's gone through a worm's digestive tract. So it's
a whole separate process for that.
And it's got a whole other level of microbes in there that are beneficial to your plant.
And does that? So that's more of like your premium product.
Yeah.
In a, I guess if I'm
looking for some, here's some you want to look at. This is what the finished. So like compared to the finished compost.
Okay. Oh wow, this is very dark.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it looks like coffee grounds.
Yeah.
It's really fine.
Oh, that is definitely a different texture.
Yeah.
It feels. Oh, it's dense too. Like if you squeeze it, it has a bit of a it's like sticky. It's moist. That's the word I'm searching for.
So we sell this in these smaller there's the bags right there in front of you.
Made by happy worms eating Philadelphia's food scraps. That's super cute. That's super cool.
Yeah, these screeners are neat because we're shoveling from the bin at the bottom. We shovel it out. This thing turns on. Turn it on. I think I can. There you go.
Oh.
So you're shoveling in the vermicompost that came out, and this is 1/8 of an inch screen up here.
Okay.
That vermicompost that we're selling is only from this top half.
Okay.
So only these 3 bins are what we're pulling out and bagging.
Gotcha. And this is on an angle if we see it from the side.
So it kind of makes its way down. This second half, it's a larger screen, so...
Okay. Oh yeah, you can see.
We get...
I can see because I can track it with my eyes.
Yeah, here, I can actually... Let me help. There we go.
Wow.
So this is, I think this is 1/4.
So this is the vermiculture is only through here. So what we're seeing, what we saw from the worms, essentially no worms are harmed in the making of this process. It comes through the screen on the bottom of this bin and then gets tossed into the top of here. That's super cool.
So the stuff that's coming out of the second half is going right back in because it has a lot of cocoons. Like the cocoons are too big to fall through here.
Okay.
So we want the cocoons back in because we want that worm population to keep growing.
Incredible.
And then if we get some worms that come through, it's not a lot because most of the time they're at the top trying to get their next lunch. But this is designed so that the worms will stick to like the end of this cone. This is designed for this.
Okay.
Like, they come out and they'll kind of fall here and they'll like.
Oh, this is sort of like a rougher surface.
They'll go like to one side of this.
That's super cool. Yeah, because it's rotating and they're sort of like up and falling, and that's fun. It's like a ride that they didn't ask to do. But that is nice that they sort of are able to make their way all the way through. And
yeah, you should not find a worm in our vermicompost that you're purchasing.
Fantastic.
Hopefully purchasing. And then actually the overs from this are the ingredient in one of our other soil products, which is our gritty. It's our like glass, our succulent and cactus blend.
Okay. And you said that there's actual
glass
in there. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Is that but that's a partnership, right?
That
You're
is.
not, like,
No.
producing glass here on this site. Okay.
It's with another Philly company, Bottle Underground.
Okay.
Remark Glass. They're one and the same.
Cool.
Super cool in South Philly. They recycle glass. They remelt it and make beautiful things that you can buy, but they also have a lot of additional stuff that doesn't quite make that category that they crush. And we purchase bags of it. We have some over here.
Amazing.
This is very new. We just started this product in the early summer or maybe late spring. I'm not sure. But these are bags of their glass.
Okay.
Here's one that's open. Yeah, it's just.
Oh whoa. Oh yeah.
It feels like sand.
That's neat.
It just is prettier.
It is actually quite cool. I'm sure they have a whole separate process for how to make that.
Yeah, they have a crushing machine, but this is what it looks like.
Okay.
So we are taking that and we're mixing it with those overs from that Bennett Compost.
Super.
And it's just because the size, it's like a nice, like the size synergy, like it's a good size.
And that is specifically for like succulents.
Yes,
cacti.
yeah, it works really well. Gotcha. Just allows a lot of drainage for those kind of plants.
Cool. That's excellent. Very cool. The whole thing. So you've had, this is like years of built up process for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's been a lot of like thoughtful and mindful scale. What is your you said you were expanding into the lot over here, or expanding a little bit. What does like expansion look like when you're making considerations like that? Where do you approach the plans for that? Is it, how do we deal with this other product, this other scrap piece?
Yeah.
Like, where does your sort of scale and expansion ideation come from? Like the glass thing, the vermiculture, that type of thing.
I feel like the common theme underlining all that is partnerships. Like this came from a partnership that Bottle Underground and we were doing with University of Pennsylvania. They reached out about creating a tree pit product with all like locally made like waste products. So we were able to use like the glass sand. We were the mixer, and we put some of our compost in it. Like it was a really cool. It was a really cool experiment that we did last fall. And then that's where the gritty was born out of,
And of course the gritty
there.
Naturally.
But our biggest point of expansion is our processing. You could just see outside how much material we get versus how much we are actually making. Yeah. And in an ideal world, we're processing everything that we're able to collect. Right. And that just looks
no partner. Sorry, partner company. Yeah. It's whatever. But
other partnerships for site partnerships.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like other partnerships like the one we have with Parks and Rec, where we're sharing kind of land. It's land and space is the biggest, right? Right.
Yeah. I was saying before I even walked over here, I was saying like on the way in, you can see like a glass facility, like scrap metal. I saw like a tire facility. So I feel like it's interesting because parts of Philadelphia are super dense and parts aren't. But I'm imagining that like permitting for you looks a little different than permitting for someone who's like operating a retail operation.
Absolutely.
Or what have you. So this space seems, like where would you, you have to have space to like put everything, and I'm sure you get a lot of like not in my backyard type of people with this type of process. So
we try to be really good neighbors and also like keep. You were saying, like, there's not a lot of smell, and we just want to do a really good job and show people that we do monthly tours. We're doing this tour here, but with Parks and Rec, we host, like, anyone can come here monthly and do a tour.
Excellent. And you can sign up for that on the website.
Yes.
Come in, Bennett, and chat. That That is cool.
Yeah.
What type of like folks you get? I mean, obviously, I was sort of personally interested, and I was like, oh, this seems like a really fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, but like, who comes through for the tour? Is it just like people who are just curious?
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot of customers. It's a lot of you who are like, where does this stuff go? Like, where does my bucket go?
Yes.
Like, I want to know.
Yeah, like exactly. My experience with it is like into the bucket, onto the steps, and then gone.
Right. They want to see it, which has been great. And then they also, I want to make sure people know that like a lot of people don't know that we sell soil, that we make, that we do this other part.
So like the retail side of it, if retail picks up, like I'm imagining you have more people who are giving you material than who are taking away material. Okay.
So we have to grow kind of both sides.
But the scale of that too, you know, if all of a sudden everyone wanted, you know, if you got like a huge, and you mentioned like, oh, you know, larger customers might require different packaging, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So it sounds amazing that you're sort of doing the mindful aspect of it. Like we want to keep things, you know, not single use. We want to like do this thoughtfully.
Right.
And I know from my own experience in the city, like the name with Bennett is very much associated with compost. Like it is sort of, if you're a Philadelphian, which I am, you know, they're so closely tied together. And I think that's, to me, that's probably a facet of the sort of mindful growth that you've had and thoughtful approach that you put into it instead of just like, let's just make it bigger every day.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, let's make it work and
that's important to us.
Yeah. Some ethics involved.
Yes.
Integrity, I think is the word.
Yes.
So it's really, I definitely appreciate you sort of showing us around and showing me around. I mean, I appreciate you showing me specifically because I was like, I've been talking about coming to look here, and I was like, I'm going to have a million questions, so I really appreciate you sort of fielding all of the questions. Do any of y'all in the chat there have further questions? I know we've answered all of mine, but I'd be happy to sort of pepper Jen with some more questions here. I think for my purposes, when we're finished here, I'm probably gonna like go out front and wrap up.
Okay.
And so just so y'all know, we're not going to do like, this is not like a 6-hour stream today. The point of stream today was to come visit and chat and take a look at the facility. So just like an FYI. But cool. I don't know if there's any questions. We have a lot of folks who've been lurking, and just kind of enjoying the IRL streams are a little different sometimes. Okay. It's more like folks like to just sort of observe, which I like to observe too. It's very fascinating. But we've had kind of a lot of folks have been making comments about the worms. We've had comments about the piles. Lots of different just like generalized comments. But cool. Well, I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna step up front and wrap up, and we'll. Anything else that you wanted to share? I don't know. Is there anything you were expecting to show us that we haven't seen yet?
No, I think that was great. This is what a tour is like, and
excellent.
If you want to do any more, I would love to, go a ride. I mean, there's so many different facets. There's potential to riding along on a collection route, especially a bike route, is super cool.
A bike route would be fun. I've never done
like a GoPro.
Oh my God, a GoPro on your chest, just like collecting buckets. There's a guy who does live streams. There's so many different streamers. There's a guy who is a trash truck driver in New York.
Oh.
And he streams like hours and hours a day, and that's fascinating. I've definitely seen a lot of like bike delivery folks, compost buckets. Never seen it. I feel like your collections folks, like that would be
they could do that.
Yeah, it's a marketing angle. I don't know, but I would certainly. That's the type of thing that I like to watch. Yeah, but I appreciate it.
That's interesting.
But yeah, we have. I'm gonna head out front and just sort of
Should I
do a little wrap up? Yeah. And I meant to say earlier when you walked inside, I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't say anything that's like deeply personal, or like pop into the bathroom or something. But there we go. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is super. All very, very, very fascinating to me, and I love seeing. I kind of love seeing all of the ways that you're reusing stuff, and the way, like, the methodology of the, like, the overs go here and then they go back and then they like that. To me was very fascinating. We won't show your secret board. Oh, excuse us.
Formulas.
Yeah. Well, cool. Let's see. We'll wrap up out here. Let's figure out somewhere to raid today. Do y'all have any suggestions for raids? I have not been looking at who's online. So when we leave, when we finish stream, we always raid somewhere, which basically means dumping all of the viewers into another channel. So we'll figure out where to go today. Raid channel. Who else is streaming IRL? Let's do another IRL today. We'll stand out here for just a second. Same category and following. I love their new little search feature. Oh, you know who what? Extreme Sono. Who else? Who else is raiding? Or who else is we're gonna raid. I just mentioned our dump truck friend. We're gonna raid over there today. I think that's what we're gonna do, because that's sort of like we'll go compost to trash collection. All right. Well, let's put that there for a second, and I'll come out and actually say hi to y'all. NYC tours. There we go. Stream preview. Okay. We are gonna go visit NYC tours today. But I appreciate y'all. Bob says T-Pain. Bob, welcome in. Also, hello. I do love a T-Pain. I do love a T-Pain stream, but I don't know if is this truck coming into this garage? Yeah, maybe. Hold on. No, he's not. Okay. This one is. Possibly. Okay. Mur, hello. Oh, Merbex is on. Okay. I think we're going to raid another IRL stream. When we do IRLs, I love raiding another IRL streamer. Luke, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you too. Okay, a little just like housekeeping notes. Today we've been hanging out, today we're hanging out at Bennett Compost in Philadelphia. This is their main HQ composting facility. All the things from Bennett Compost, residential customers. I think Jen said there was 6,300 or so residential customers come in to this facility. They get processed into piles and piles and piles, and then they get filtered, and then they get sorted, and then they get mixed, and then they get bagged, and they go back out to different customers. And it was super cool to see all of that. We are at the end of our stream today. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It feels weird to say that because we're not on YouTube. We are on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, but we'll be live again tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is going to be in the kitchen. Back in the kitchen, we'll be cooking tomorrow. We're going to do some recipe development tomorrow. We're going to be putting things in our compost bucket, and now we know where they go. But we're going to raid over to NYC Tours. NYC Tours is in Hunts Point, New York. NYC Tours is what's the word? I don't want to say trash truck, garbage truck. They drive a garbage truck in New York, and it is a really fun stream. And quite interesting. So we're going to raid over there. Again, we'll be live tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all hanging out this morning. I know it was a bit of an early one, a bit of a different type of stream today. But I was happy to be able to come over here and check this out with y'all. I was also happy to just check it out myself, very personally.
So I appreciate you. Thank you for the raid messages in chat there. So Fluff, thank you for hanging out. For all of those who said hi and I missed, apologies. So Fluff, I'm sorry that you're still on the phone. I'm sorry that you're still on hold. What a hell of a long experience. But come join the raid. It's a fun stream. It's an interesting stream. There's some links to other social media channels in chat in case you want to follow along elsewhere. We'll be live tomorrow. I think the calendar says 11. I think the calendar might say 10:30. We'll be live somewhere between 10:30 and like 11:30. All depending on my schedule and energy and all sorts of things. All right. Bye. All right, we have rated, and we are going to end stream. If you're watching